Hey, let me read you a letter. I wake up in the same room every day, the ceiling always above me. Not just watching but pressing down like it's tired of holding itself up. I don't move right away. I let the weight sink into my chest. Let it remind me that I'm still here, still pinned to this bed by something I can't see. The window doesn't bring light. It brings a gray that feels like dust, soft but suffocating. My phone is there, face down, like a dead thing. No buzz, no ring. Just silence and battery slowly dying like me. I don't check it anymore. I already know. No one's coming. No one's looking. No one's waiting. I sit up eventually, not because I want to, but because my bladder won't wait. I drag my feet across the cold floor like I'm erasing evidence. Like maybe if I move slow enough I won't be seen by whatever lives in this silence. The hallway feels longer every day. Walls lean in just a little more. Door frames whisper when I pass. I hear things, not voices, more like ideas with teeth. I make it to the bathroom. I don't look in the mirror. Not because I'm scared of what I'll see, but because I already know I won't recognize it. The water runs, but it doesn't clean anything. I splash it on my face, but it slides right off like even it doesn't want to touch me. I sit in the kitchen for a while, not eating, not doing anything, just existing there like furniture. The chair under me creaks like it's in pain too. The fridge hums, but doesn't open. It knows I won't touch it. There's food in there, technically, but nothing that matters, nothing that tastes like wanting to live. I stare at the floor tiles, count them, recount them, like they're going to change or answer something. They never do. Outside the window the world continues. Dogs bark, cars move, people walk by with groceries and phones and sunglasses, but none of it reaches me. It's like I'm behind glass. Thick, soundless, untouchable. I used to wonder how people survive this. Now I wonder how they pretend they're not inside it too. I go back to the bedroom eventually, same way I came out, dragging, quiet, invisible even to the walls. I lie back down and feel it again, that weight, not just on me, but in me, the kind that doesn't crush, just holds you still, forever. I sit in the hallway sometimes, back against the wall, knees to my chest, not because it's comfortable, but because it feels like the only place I still exist. The light doesn't reach here, only shadows and old dust that dances like it remembers when I used to move. The floor creaks even when I'm still, like the house is tired of holding me. I think about eating, but I never do, not really. Food is just a concept now, something for people who have plans. I open the fridge sometimes and stare. Not because I'm hungry, but to prove to myself that I still can. It hums like an old machine that forgot its purpose. I close it without touching anything, just like every other time. I go to the bathroom again, not because I need to, but because it's one of the few things I know how to do. I turn on the water and listen to it run. The sound is almost nice, like rain on windows in a house that isn't mine. I think about getting in the shower, but the thought of taking off my clothes feels too personal, like I don't deserve to see myself today. I leave the water running for a while, then turn it off, like that was the point all along, to let it run without purpose. I sit on the floor and look at the towel rack. It's empty, just a metal bar, like a rib cage, cold and waiting. The mirror is fogged even though there was no steam. I don't wipe it clean. I already know what's behind it, and I don't want to see that face again. I stand and look out the window. The street is quiet. A single car drives past like it's lost. I wonder where it's going, who's driving, if they're thinking about anything at all, or if they're just trying to get away from somewhere too. I go back to the hallway and sit again, knees to chest, eyes on nothing. I hear the floor above me. but I live alone. I pretend it's pipes, or the building shifting, but I know the sound of footsteps when I hear them. Sometimes I hope someone's broken in, just to prove I still exist, just to see if they'd notice me sitting there like furniture with lungs. I close my eyes and imagine a version of this house where I'm not in it, not dead, just not here. Maybe out, maybe moving, maybe sitting somewhere with a cup of coffee and a sky that doesn't weigh down, but the image never stays long. It dissolves like sugar in water, sweet but gone too fast. I stay still until the dark starts to move in, not like night, more like a slow fog filling the corners, and when it gets close enough, I stop imagining at all. At night I stay awake, not because I want to, but because something in the dark keeps tapping, not loud, not constant, just enough to remind me it's there. I lie on my side with my eyes open, watching the door. It's closed, but I don't remember closing it. The silence at night is heavier. It has shape and weight. It presses against my ribs like a second body. I hear breathing sometimes, but I know it's not mine. Mine is shallow and sharp. This one is deep, slow, patient. I try to think about other things, but nothing ever comes. No dreams, no memories, just static. Like a broken signal trying to reach me from a place I've never been. I used to listen to music to drown it out, but now even that feels too loud, too human, like it doesn't belong here anymore. I leave my headphones on the shelf, untouched, tangled, forgotten like most things I used to care about. I try to sleep, but the bed feels like cement. The sheets smell like skin I don't recognize. My own maybe. Or someone I used to be. I get up and walk barefoot through the apartment, the floor cold and smooth like hospital tile. I go to the kitchen and open the drawer, look at the knives, not to use them, just to see if they're still there. They are, always in the same order, lined up like teeth. I close the drawer slowly, not because I'm scared, but because I don't want to wake the silence. I drink water straight from the tap. No glass. No reason. Just because it's something I can still do. The taste is metal, old pipes, and maybe something else. I swallow and wait, but nothing happens. No comfort. No relief. Just more air in an already crowded body. I sit on the counter and stare at the clock on the microwave. It blinks to 27. Same time every night. I've never seen it change. Even when I unplug it, somehow it resets to that number. I start to think maybe time doesn't move here. Maybe I stopped it by mistake. Or maybe it stopped me. I rest my head against the cabinet and let my eyes close for a second. Just a second. But when I open them, the light in the hallway is on. I don't remember turning it on. I don't get up to check. I just stare at it from the kitchen. Like it's a doorway, like something is waiting for me on the other side. The tapping comes again, closer now, not angry, not urgent, just consistent, like it knows I'll answer eventually. Maybe not tonight, maybe not this week, but eventually. I stare into that light and feel it watching me back, not threatening, just there, patient, permanent, and for the first time in weeks. I think maybe it's not something outside me at all. Maybe it's me, waiting. Sometimes I sit by the window and wonder if the glass is strong enough. Not because I want to break it, but because it's the only thing between me and everything else. I watch the street like it's a movie, quiet, slow. Far away, cars pass, people laugh, dogs bark, but none of it reaches me. It never has. I think about stepping outside, not far, just to the stairs maybe, just to feel air that hasn't been inside me already. But I don't move, I just sit, legs crossed, heart slow, head full. I think about my parents sometimes, not what they said, but what they didn't, about how they never noticed when I started disappearing, how silence became my second skin. how I learned to lie with a smile and vanish in plain sight. I think about the friends who stopped calling, the ones I ignored first, the ones I pushed away without realizing it, and I wonder if I made this place myself, brick by brick, rule by rule, until the walls grew teeth and the mirror stopped reflecting anything useful. I keep my days small now, slow, quiet, manageable, no expectations, no promises. I water the plants even though they died months ago, because it feels like something alive might still listen. I fold clothes I never wear, organize drawers I never open, clean dishes I never dirty, just to pretend the world is still happening. Sometimes I write a note and hide it, not for anyone else, just to see if I'll remember where I left it. Today, I found one I wrote 2 months ago. It said help. Just that. Nothing more. Help? I don't remember writing it, but I believe it. I stare at it for a long time, then put it back in the drawer, face down, like a photograph I'm not ready to look at again. I think about dying, not as an event, but as an escape, like stepping off a train before the last stop, before the final announcement. I don't make a plan. I don't write a goodbye. I don't light candles or arrange pills or test the bathtub temperature. I just think, quietly, calmly, like you think about dinner or traffic or your schedule for tomorrow. I ask myself if anyone would miss me, but I already know the answer. It's not no. It's maybe. Maybe someone would notice the absence. Maybe. Not right away. Maybe not until they need something. Maybe not until a memory stings. Maybe that's enough. Or maybe it's not. I think about calling someone. Not a friend. Not family. A stranger in a white coat with a clipboard and a name badge. A psychiatrist. I think about sitting in a waiting room full of magazines and fluorescent lights, and saying the words out loud. I don't feel good. I need help. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I will. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe next week. If I can stand up. If I can breathe. If I can find the strength to walk that far. If I can still speak without shaking. Then maybe, just maybe, I'll try. And if you're still here, if any part of this felt like looking in a mirror, then maybe you should try too. And maybe, while you're at it, hit subscribe. It's free, it helps, and sometimes, small things matter more than we think.